Today is Ben's Business Podcast episode number 62 on how to develop self-belief and overcome our self-critical voice in our head, or kind of old self, how past failures, traumas that are holding us back, pushing through that and developing this realization of how great we really are. So really realize how great you are. That's the first point, is we shouldn't have to wait for feedback to know how good we are, independent of the good or bad opinions of other people. And so we need to develop that way of self-esteem for ourselves, so we can go, oh, I'm actually quite a good person, like I'm actually quite good at this. I struggle from low self-esteem. I think everyone has at any point in their life, unless about the absolute perfect dream childhood and being developed that way. But most times, 99% of us all have some problems with low self-esteem. So how do we get through that? Fitness and sport and health has always been kind of a big focus, or a hobby of mine. Football has always been a hobby of mine. So I've always been pretty fit throughout my life. So when I did the 5k run, as people talk about in marathons and things, it's a mental battle. It's a battle in your mind on where your focus goes. If your focus starts to go on, I'm feeling sick, which I did on all 3 of the runs I've done so far in the park run, and on the last hill, there's points where I really did feel like being sick. And I had to take my focus away from that very quickly. I kind of realised that my personal development has played a big part in helping me do better in that run, because my focus might have went towards the negative of that, and instead of what I actually want to achieve and get a good time and finish this run. So I got myself back on track on that focus. I pushed through that limit of when I explained on the last hill that I pushed through. So what I was doing there was it was a moment of truth. It was either I stop the running, or I identify that kind of negative pull on my mind where my focus is starting to go, and then I have to get focused back on the step that I'm taking and get back on that run, and then push through the expectations, the limits of what other people have, which a lot of people would have stopped at that moment. That I felt massive barrier and bursting through my old self, because my old self might have just not had that personal development to that point to go, I'm just going to keep going, and I'm going to actually run faster, which I did, and I'm just going to get this run done. And so I was in a bit of pain to finish the run, and that's your internal one. That's your, like, from visioning, which I've explained in a previous video. So having your vision very strong and putting the power in your vision every day is the most important thing you can do. From step 1 is putting the power in your vision. Step 2 is having outer structures to make sure that vision, you're moving towards that vision, and people are making sure you're moving towards that vision, such as coaches. Get focused on your vision, and also pull through those moments of truth where you're just pushing through that barrier that would normally hold you back, where you're just getting there and then you decide, nah, I want to stay in my bed. Just jump over that. Trust me, that those moments are the most important moments you can make in your life.